Girl, I know this might seem strange, but let me know if I'm out of order for stepping.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Trace's Haven. So today I just wanted to come on here and just do a video real quick, something that has been lingering on my mind, in my mind for quite some time now. So I just felt like it's something that's really crucial to speak about. Okay. I made a video of this on my YouTube channel, and I decided to on my TikTok channel, and I decided to just post that same video here as well. Okay. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the topic of today's video is money is the cheapest thing a man can give you. Yes, it is, absolutely. Women, money is definitely the cheapest thing that a man can give you ever. Because there's so much more things of value that I feel like we women should aspire. We women should want to get from people, from men, aside money. Okay? Now, what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is, yes, I get it. I know that as women, we all want providers. We desire a man that will provide for us, take care of us, you know, uh, um, especially in this era of, being femininity. Everyone's listening to Shira, listening to these level up gurus and everything. And I know that we're all we're just dreaming about it. We want to be in a soft skill era. Okay, I do. Me too. I also want to be in my soft skill era. I also want, I also desire a man that will provide for me. I also desire a man that will take care of me. I want to relax and be taken care of. I get it, ladies. I get it. But this kind of thinking can actually be detrimental to us women. Okay, why do I say this? I say it because women are getting carried away by being feminine. Okay, these days we go on social media, we go on TikTok, Instagram, social media, and these women glorifying and glamorizing being staying at home moms. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a stay at home mom, but I feel like there are stories about this that we're not being told. Okay, on social media it's always about glamorizing women. Oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom, my husband does everything for me. Okay, my husband gives me money to go shopping, to do this, to do that. My husband gives me money to go, to do this, to go shopping. Oh, I rely on my husband's checks. I'm just a stay-at-home mom, he does everything, da, 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 da. And I get it. I understand that we, as women, we want someone to love us, to care for us, to support us. I get that completely. But it can get detrimental. It can go south. Okay? It definitely can. Because financial abuse can come in at any time. Financial abuse can come into play at any time. And and especially when there's abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, and financial abuse, these things tend to happen when you are depending on a man. Because men are humans just like us. And a man may not be able to take on the responsibilities, for a long time. And I'm saying this because I have, especially from my experiences, I have realized that men tend to value you less if you're fully dependent on him. If you're fully dependent on any man, he tends to value you less as a woman. Okay? And I have my experiences that has led me to say this because I was in a relationship with a guy, and he was a good person. He was nice. Okay, he was paying my bills, giving me money to do things that I wanted to do, but I just wasn't feeling this man. I just wasn't into him. You get me? And I used to be the girl that didn't get gifts, okay, that never got spoiled, okay, that never got treated like a princess, that never got treated right. Okay? I used to be that girl. So during the era, being that we're in an era of femininity, okay, women level up, go after the rich man, get the rich man, let him take care of you, let him pay your bills, let him do this and that. I was swooned by it. I wanted that. I was tired of being the girl that wasn't treated right. I was tired of being the girl that wasn't being spoiled, okay? And I would go on social media, on TikTok precisely, And I'll see girls posting what their men are doing for them. Oh, my man's taking me on vacation. My man bought me a car. My man, we're buying a house. Or I'm going shopping. I'm this and that. And not just on social media, even my friends. My friend at the time, had a man doing these things for her, had her boyfriends doing this and that, spoiling her, getting her expensive gifts. And I just felt so bad that I was left out. Okay. I felt really bad I was left out. And it just made me sort of like desperate. I wouldn't really say desperate because I feel like as women, we all want to feel special, right? We always want to feel, like we're special, feel like we all want to get that princess treatment at the end of the day. I do. I know that I do. Okay. So at that point, I just wanted it as well. I wanted the princess treatment. I wanted to experience what these girls are experiencing. Okay. So yeah, during this time, I met this guy. Okay. I met the man that I've been seeing for quite some time. And he was an ex. Actually, well, actually, he wasn't really my ex per se because I met him sometime. I met him sometime a while back before then. Okay, so I met him and I just didn't find him physically attractive. He wasn't my type, and I didn't want to date him because I did not like him. But my friend was like, "Oh, he's got money. He's got money. You need to date him because he's got money. He's gonna take care of you. He's going to give you the princess treatment that you want." And I'm like, "Oh, he's got money. Okay, then I'll date him. I don't find this guy physically attractive, but I'll date him because, he's got money, right?" So yeah, I started seeing this guy, and we were talking, and really was not interested. I was not interested at all. And as I said, I wasn't a girl that used to get gifts. I wasn't a girl that used to get money spoiled by men, and so I just didn't believe that any guy would do something nice for me, right? So we were talking. He was telling me how much he wanted me, how much he really liked me, and how he wants us to be in a relationship. And due to the fact that I just didn't like him, I just didn't find him physically attractive, and I wanted to like just chase him away. I wanted him to like just get turned off because this guy wasn't getting off of me. This guy just wasn't letting me go. Okay. No matter how hard I tried to push him away, he would still like come to me. Oh, I like you. I like you. I like you. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know what? I need an upgrade. I need to change my phone. I want you to change my phone. Okay. And during that time, he agreed. I was like, what? Is he really agreeing to this? I was so shocked. Like I was like, oh my goodness, is someone really saying yes to me? Because all I've ever like been told was no. Okay. So I was like, is this guy really saying yes to me? I was so surprised. And I was excited because I really wanted to change my phone. And I didn't have the funds at that time to change my phone. So at that time I wasn't working. Okay. So so yeah, he got me a phone the next day. He said, we're going to go get it the next day. I was like, you're really going to get me a phone tomorrow? She's like, yeah. She was like, okay, okay. Looks like I'm gonna have fun with this guy. So we went and we got the phone. We got the phone, and I was so happy. Oh my goodness, I really wanted to change my phone. I was using an Android, and he got me an iPhone. So I was so excited. Yay! Finally got an iPhone I've always wanted. I'm just happy. Told all my friends, they're like, you see, I told you he's got money. I told you that he's gonna get you whatever you want. Date him. So I was dating him because of the money. Okay. And, we were like speaking and I just wasn't feeling him, regardless of it. Regardless of it, I just wasn't feeling this guy. I just didn't really like. He was getting me gifts quite, or he was giving me money. He was giving me money to go shopping, this and that. But I just didn't find him physically attractive. And I know that this is superficial of me, but I just didn't like his accent. I just didn't like his accent. Okay. And there was just certain things about him that I just didn't like. I had no idea why I didn't like him. I just didn't like him for no reason. He was nice. He was generous. But first of all, I did not find him physically attractive. Second of all, I did not like him. I just don't like the guy. Okay. So we were like in a talking stage, and whatever he did would piss me off. It would piss me off. I'll get angry. I'll cuss at him. Da 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 da. This and that. And but I stayed because of the money, because this guy is spoiling me, because this guy's giving me some money. I stayed with him. But yeah, so one time we had an argument and he took the phone back. Yeah, he did. He took the phone which he had given me as a gift. He took it back without my knowledge. I had no idea. Right? I had no idea when he took the phone. He just took the phone. Okay. And I still had my other phone. I still had my other phone with me. So I put my, because he took out my SIM. So I put my SIM because I was confused. Was my phone stolen? What happened? I was thinking that someone had stolen my phone. Okay. So I was so confused and I was wondering like, is my phone stolen? Like what happened? I was looking for my phone. And you can imagine the level of pettiness. That is so petty. I mean, I know I have my faults, but like that is so petty. Okay. So so I was like, I was so worried, thinking that my phone has been stolen. And I put my SIM in the other phone, in my other phone, my old phone, my old one. And then I called him. I was like, oh yeah. So I was calling this guy. He wasn't picking up. And I'm like, huh? This is the guy that is obsessed with me. This is the guy that calls me multiple times in a day. He can call me twice in the morning. He can call me 2 times in the morning. Like he calls me like 5 times a day. He's so obsessed with me. Okay, so I'm like, what is happening? This is the guy that is always calling me. So I'm like, why isn't he picking up? Is there a problem? So I left it. I was like, okay, maybe he's busy. I left him because I wanted to tell him, oh, my phone got stolen. I don't know what happened. And you know, then he texted me. He didn't return my calls. He didn't call me back. Okay. After he saw my missed calls, he didn't call me back. He just, he just texted me, "How you doing?" And I was like, "That's unlike him. This guy's acting pretty strange." So when he's like, "How you doing?" How are you? How you doing? Normally he'd be like, "Hey babe, how you doing? Like, are you good today? Can I come pick you up? Can I come get you? Can we go out on a date?" This is what he usually does. But that entire day, he didn't say anything to me. I called him multiple times. He didn't answer my call. And then he only texted me at night. At night, he reached out to me and he said, "How are you doing?" And I was so shocked. And I was like, then I knew that it was at that point that I knew that he was the one that took the phone because, he bought it. So, so then I said, my phone is missing. Did you take the phone? He was like, yes, I took the phone. I took the phone back. And I was like, oh, wow. I was like, okay. I left it. I said nothing to him. We stopped talking. I didn't talk to him anymore. Then he reached out to me saying he misses me. He wants to see me. He wants me to talk about it. And I just wasn't interested. I've lost interest. Like I've lost interest in this guy because I never liked you, guy. Dude, I never liked you. I was only with you for what I can get out of it, and you took it back. You took what I could get out of it back. So like now, after what he did to me, shocked me. It shocked me. It made me feel less of myself. It made me feel like, wow, I'm really somebody that isn't worthy of gifts and being spoiled by a man and stuff like that. And come on, I know I have my faults, okay? But like I never wanted this guy. He knows. I told him I'm not interested. He was like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you. I love you." Da, da, da. I told him I'm not interested in you, but he kept on coming at me. So it's really not my fault. Okay, it's really not my fault because I literally told him that I just wasn't having it. Okay, so so he started calling me. I would like to meet you up. I want us to talk about it, and I just wasn't interested really. So I went. No, I went out with my friend, and turns out my friend told him that I was there. So he came there to meet me. He came there to talk to me. Silent. I wasn't saying nothing because I don't have nothing to say to you, bro. So I said nothing to him, and he saw that I wasn't like interested in talking to him. So he got angry and just wasn't talking to me too. And from there, we didn't speak to each other again. 4 years. Yeah, we didn't speak to each other again until after 4 years. Okay, so 4 years ago, 4 years down the line, he hit me up just like that. And mind you, I hate him. I hated him so much. I hated him so much. Like I was like, oh my goodness, like why? Why would I even have anything to do with this guy, right? So I already like didn't like him anymore, and he just texted me. He was like, "Hey, baby," and I was like, "Who's this?" And he was like, "It's your favorite boyfriend, or I think your favorite guy." Like that is such a corny thing to say. What do you mean it's your favorite guy? Like favorite guy how? Like it's been 4 years. It's been 4 whole years. Like how are you my favorite guy? I'm like I was like, who is this? What do you mean favorite guy? Who is this? Then he said his name. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wow. And yo, I wanted to block him instantly. I wanted to block him instantly. But I don't know why I didn't. Okay. I don't know why I just didn't. Okay. Because when he reached out to me, I was going through such a very sad time in my life. You know, I was just sad, unemployed. Okay. I was unemployed. I was sad. Just basically just not in a good time. It wasn't a good time in my life. So I had accepted him. Okay. We got talking. Again, I still don't like him. But I'm lonely, yeah? I'm lonely and sad and I just maybe I just want to support. So we started talking and it was going well. We were talking. It was good. It was okay. And then it was Valentine's Day. So he said, "What do you want for Valentine's?" And I was really surprised because like I said, I'm not the girl that's used to being gifts, used to getting gifts. I've never gotten a gift on Valentine's Day in my life. Okay. I had never gotten a gift on Valentine's Day. So I was so excited. I was so excited for the gift. I'm like, oh, I want to get this. Okay, so I want this. I want to get a new wig because I'm really really fond of wigs. So I'm like, oh, I'd love to get a new wig, or I'd love to go shopping. I'd love to do this on Valentine's Day. He's like, oh, sure, all right, I'll send you the money. I'm like, okay, okay. Ladies, yeah, bear with me, okay, bear with me. This is why I say it was good to have your own money as a woman, okay? So I was like, I'd like to get a wig. And he's like, okay, so I'll send you the money. So he sent me the money. And, there, like, from there, I realized, oh, okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this treatment. So I still don't like him, but I just decided to continue with it because, again, for what I have to gain, yes, I didn't learn my lesson. Okay, I didn't learn my lesson the first time, which is wrong. But I was lonely, unemployed, going through a very sad time in my life. So I really, really wanted some kind of distraction. So we started dating. Okay, we started dating again. And yeah, he started spoiling me, like giving me money, 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 like give it whatever I want. He's giving it to me. Okay, whatever I want, he's giving it to me. He's buying me what I want. Like he's taking me shopping. He's doing this and that. I'm like, I'm living my best life. I've never been given a gift before. I've never been a girl that has ever gotten princess treatment. So I'm so happy. Oh my goodness, and I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Oh, yeah, this guy's treating me really nice. So yeah, I decided to let my guard down, and I decided to fall in love with him. Okay, I started liking him, and I started liking him, and I was like, maybe this guy is the one. Okay, because he's the first person treating me this nice. I'm like, maybe he's the one. And so yeah, we got really serious. I started liking him. The sex started. I started liking the sex, I guess. I'm supposed to say this. So yeah, we started talking and sorry, not talking. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just like forget myself. So back to the story. So we started dating and he was, giving me money, taking care of me, and I loved it. I was so happy about it. And then I started to notice certain things about him that I don't like. Okay. The first one is that we would go whenever we had plans, maybe a date night or something. He would be 4 to 5 hours late. I'm not exaggerating at all. Okay, this guy, we would have a date by 1, 2. Plan a date because I don't really like to go out at night. So I rather go out in the afternoon. So we would go out. I would plan a date for 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. He would show up. I would be at a venue waiting for him. He would show up at 6 p.m. He would show up at 6 p.m. There was one time that we had made a reservation at a restaurant by 2. Okay, it was 2 p.m. That was the time of the reservation. Do you know that this guy showed up at 7 p.m.? And and no, I wasn't at a venue. We just had a reservation. Okay, I was at home waiting for him to come so we can go. And the restaurant was like, if you don't show up early enough, we're going to add some extra charges. So I was like, I don't want to. I don't. So I told him, I don't want them to add any extra charges. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm dressed. I have my makeup done. I don't want to. I just don't want you to be late this time. He's like, yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't worry. I'm coming. I'll make it. I'll make it. He showed up to my house for the date at 7 p.m. We still went on the date. We still went on that date 7 p.m. And I think we got back at 9 p.m. Yeah, we got back at 9 p.m. But this date was scheduled for 2 p.m. And I went on this date with this guy at 7 p.m. That is so crazy. And that day before the date, I gave him an earful. I cussed him out. I was angry. I cussed him out. I was just, oh my goodness, like I was arguing. He was like he was pleading. He was apologizing, but I couldn't take it because you're not a baby. Why would you call yourself my boyfriend? And you're showing up to our date 4 or 5 hours late, and you're always doing this. This is not something this is not like it's your first time. It's not like you had an emergency. Now, when I asked him, why did you show up so late? Guess his excuse. This man's excuse was that he went shopping. He went shopping. He went to a boutique. He had to get some things for himself. And I was like, but we had plans. We had plans. So why can't you honor your words? We had plans for you to come for us to go out on a date. You already paid. You already made the reservation. So why are you coming at 7 p.m.? He's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And that's one thing he did. That's one thing he does. He would always do something wrong and apologize. He would apologize like his life depended on it. But this is something he did constantly. He would do something wrong and he would apologize again. This was something that he always did. So I really couldn't care about his apology because I know that he would repeat it. He would apologize and still repeat it. It was just who he was, okay? And he another thing I realized about this guy is that he wasn't a problem solver. I could have an issue, and I would come to my man for some wisdom. I could come to my man for some solutions, and he would be so clueless. He'd be like, no matter what I ask him, no matter what I said, no matter what I was asking him, he would be like, I don't know. And maybe Google it, maybe this, maybe that, maybe ask someone else. I don't know. No matter what I said, no matter what I asked him, he wouldn't know what to do. Okay. I was having an issue with my Wi-Fi. I was like, babe, do you know how to fix this? He's like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, just go. Yeah. Thinking about it is just stressing me. So he's always clueless. He never ever offers solutions to whatever, I bring to him. That is one thing that, like, ladies, like, one thing you need to know about a real man is that a real man is a problem solver. He is solution oriented. Okay, he provides solutions to whatever issue it is, whatever problem it is. He would offer solutions to you. He would contact you. He would be like, he would ask you, oh, what can we do about it? Do you want me to get you a new one? Maybe he can make some referrals. I'll refer you to this place. We're gonna, okay, what can we do about it? He would never say, what can we do about it? He would never ask me anything. He would be like, I don't know. I don't know. So this is just something else that I noticed about him. Number one, he's not punctual. He's not punctual at all. Number two is that he wasn't a problem solver. Number three was that he doesn't keep to his words. Okay. Yes, I would want something and he would throw money at me. Okay. I want something, he would give me money. Okay. But they're really, like, the small things matter too. And he was just so clueless. Okay. And he was also very extremely nonchalant. Okay. And honestly, I think he lacked emotional intelligence. He lacked emotional intelligence as well. Because I will be explaining, what you did is wrong. Like, it's not fair. What would you do? Like, why would you come? Even when he came late on the date, I was asking him, why would you come to the date late? Like, it's not fair. I want you to keep to your words. He was like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm here. I'm here. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm here. But I'm here. So he lacked emotional intelligence. Okay, he wasn't punctual. He doesn't. He was. He barely keeps to his words. Okay, he could promise to do something, and he wouldn't do it. He would pretend like he forgot, and I would have to keep reminding him of what he said, and he would pretend like he would pretend like he doesn't remember what he said. So that's the kind of person that he was. And there's just so much more that is too personal that I cannot say. But honestly, there were certain qualities about him that was just zero. I just knew that this man is not the one. This man, I cannot spend my life with this man. Mm-mm. I just cannot. I just cannot. And then, um, along the line and in the relationship, he started breadcrumbing me. Okay, he started to change. So it's like his mask started to drop. Okay, I just noticed something changed about him. When he thought I liked him, he started to um he started to act really weird. He started how the chaser, like, and you know how everything. I don't know if you've experienced this as women. If you've experienced this, please leave it in the comment down below. But like, when a man is the one coming after you, he's acting like he's obsessed with you. He's the one coming, showing you love. He's the one, like, oh, I love you. He's like, basically he's the one chasing you. Then when you guys eventually get into oh my goodness, the relationship, he starts to switch, and you're the one chasing him. Okay, he starts. It's like it's a psychological game that they play, right? So I feel like it's a psychological game that they play because it's like he starts to switch, and you're the chaser in the relationship. So that's what he started doing. Okay, I would text him. He would take time before he replies. I would call him. He wasn't calling me anymore. I was the one calling him, and I we would go out, and he would tell me, "Why were you looking at that guy? Why were you looking at that guy?" And I was like, "Huh? I'm not looking at any guy." And he was like, "Yeah, you were. You were looking at that guy. I saw you looking at that guy." So there was something about him that was just off. And it seemed like maybe this guy had the tendency of being maybe abusive. I don't know. He never hit me before. He never said anything. And he never really said anything mean to me, but his demeanor was just off. Okay. So I noticed what was happening and I switched. No, I said, no, it's not going to be me. I'm not a pick me. I'm not a pick me. I will not do it. So I decided to act like I didn't care, and I decided to give him a piece of my mind. And from there, it switched. He became the chaser again. But I just realized that I didn't want that. Okay, I never wanted this guy in the first place. I was only with him, for what I can get out of it. And now I'm seeing this character. I'm seeing this certain things about him that I know I cannot stand, but I can't leave. Why? Because I'm unemployed and I am dependent on this man for money. Okay? There's certain things that a man should add to you, things of value, wisdom. I want a man with wisdom. I want a man that can put me onto things, that can put me onto ideas, new experiences. Okay? I want a man that will improve the quality of my life. Okay? With this guy, I was so lazy. With this guy, I was so lazy. I didn't want to do anything. I was so dependent on him. You know how you with a man and you're being a better version of yourself. That man pushes you to be a better version of yourself. That wasn't the case for me, because in my case, I was getting lazier. I was continuously dependent on this guy, and whenever he doesn't like give me money, I get angry. I start throwing tantrums, and we start arguing about it. Whenever he doesn't give me money for what I wanted, I would like. So it sort of became abusive. I was completely dependent on this guy, and it seemed like somehow this guy was kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. I don't know how to put it, but like it's just something about him was off. And I don't think he was abusive, but that guy was just so nonchalant, like so nonchalant, and was one thing. And uh, um, what's the word? Is this a word I'm thinking of? Something incompetence. Oh man, I've completely forgotten the word. You know how men like to pretend like they're incompetent at things so that you can get to do it yourself. Yeah, that was one thing he always used to do. He would act like he was incompetent. He would act like, oh, I don't know how to do this, so I can do it myself. And that is something that is a deal breaker. My man should be in my life to support me, to help me, and not to get me to be the help. So I just wasn't really okay with it, you know? And I was so dependent on this guy. This man is in my life and nothing is improving. I'm not being a better version of myself. If I feel like a real man should not just give you money, he should put you onto ways to make money. He should listen. The man, if I had a man, like the man I desire is a man that would give me ideas, that would inspire me to be a better version of myself, that would push me. I want a man that would I want a man that would give that. I want a man that would give me. Man, I'm just my head is all over the place, really. But like, basically, you want a man that can, that can give you ideas. A man that can instill knowledge in you, that can give you wisdom. Maybe business ideas that can do something tangible in your life, something really worthwhile, something really something of value, But with this guy, it was nothing of value. It was just, oh, babe, I want to go shopping. He gives me the money. Oh, babe, I want to get me a new hair. He gives me the money. And I was just dependent on this guy. I wasn't growing. I wasn't growing as a woman. I wasn't saving any money. I wasn't like my savings was just poor. I was just doing so bad in general. But I was completely dependent on this man, and he was okay with it, and that is wrong. That is not a man I know that I wanted. That is not the man that I desire. I do not desire a man that is okay with me being lazy. I want a man that would push me to be a better version of myself. I want a man that would put me onto things, that will put me on. I want that man. I want the man that will teach me how to make money. Don't just throw money at me. Teach me how to make my own money. Teach me how to start up a business. Okay? Teach me how to invest, to make investments. That is the man that I desire. That is the man that you should desire. Money is the cheapest thing that you can get from a man. And I'm saying this from experience. You can be getting money from a man, but you still feel useless. You can be getting money from a man and you're not really doing much with it. It's not really enhancing your life because you're using it to buy material things. You're using it to buy petty things, like hair, makeup. And honestly, those things are not going to do anything for you. Okay? It's not going to enhance your life in any way. It's not. Okay? And after some time, he started becoming me. He wasn't really giving me as much money as he used to, and I understand because as a human being, he would definitely get tired of me leeching off of him. He would definitely get tired, and I got tired. I got tired of leeching off of him too. So I decided to learn a skill and start a business for myself, and that was the best thing I decided to do for myself. And ladies, that is why I'm saying, get your money up. Get your money. I don't care if Shira is telling you to, to be a stay-at-home wife. I don't care what relationship guru on social media is telling you to depend on a man. Do not depend on a man. There are so many things of value you can get from a man. Money is the cheapest thing that you can get. If that is the truth, I'll tell you for a fact. Yes. Okay? Get your money up. Establish your career. Get your degree. Do something, ladies. I assure you that your money, your success, that is your superpower. That is one way you can protect yourself. I never really liked this guy, and I realized certain things about him that I just didn't like. But because I was dependent on him, I stayed in the relationship. It could have been worse. It could have been abuse. It could have been abuse. Thank God it wasn't, but it could have been abuse. But I just realized that I'm not liking it was kind of toxic because we were always arguing. We were always arguing about money, arguing about this, arguing about that. It's either we're arguing that he's late, or I'm arguing that he didn't keep his words, or I'm arguing that I want some money. So it was a horrible dynamic. It just didn't feel, it just wasn't right. Okay? But if I had my own money, I wouldn't put up with that. I would leave. I will leave. I would go for therapy. I would work on myself. I would focus on myself until I find the right man for me. Until I find the man that I actually desire. So, ladies, so much can come out of dependent on a man. Do not depend on a man. Abuse can come into it. You can get abused. You can get financially abused. Anything can happen. And what I mean by financial abuse is that the man may not be giving you as much money as you need. You know, you can need some money for this, and he would like he he would give you less than that. I was on TikTok yesterday, and I saw a post on what I'm speaking of right now. Um, financial abuse. Okay, dependent on a man, solely dependent on a man, and how dangerous it is. So in the comments, I saw people, sharing their experiences, and some people were like, my so someone was like, my mom had to kneel to beg my dad for money for food, and he would throw the money at her face. Like, can you imagine that? Can you imagine that being you? Can you imagine that happening to you? Your self respect is going to be trampled upon, you know? And the other one was like my aunt. I would see my aunt, you know, begging my mom for money. I would see my aunt begging people for money. She basically turned to a beggar because she was financially dependent on this man. She was financially dependent on this man, and he wasn't giving her any money. He would instead he would spend his money on his side chicks. He would spend his money on other women rather than his family. And the one comment that I saw that really shocked me was when a girl said that her dad wouldn't give her mom, but her dad wouldn't give her mom money for them to feed. He would instead go out and buy a takeout and come home and eat it in front of them. Why? Why? Like, why? This is the level it can get to. This is how bad it can get when you financially depend on a man. I get it. We all want to be spoiled. But ladies, you can be spoiled while being financially dependent on yourself. Why being financially responsible? Why having your own money? While having your own assets? Yes, that is your superpower. Do not depend on a man. I have learned my lesson. Do not depend on a man. And another one I wanted to say was that, yeah, another story that I have. This is a really quick one, okay? So, it was at a time when I was still unemployed, and I met this guy on a dating app, and we got talking. And he was okay. He seemed nice, so I was like talking to him and stuff like that. And then when I told him that I expected my man to provide for me, he was like, "Are you broke? I mean, if you're broke, you can tell me. If you're broke, you can tell me because yes, what why do you want to depend on a man?" And I was like, no, I'm not broke. I was broke, but I'm not gonna say it. So it's like, no, I'm not broke, but I feel like a man should provide. I feel like a man should definitely provide for his woman. And yo, the amount of insults, the amount of disrespect that I got from this guy, the amount of it, that taught me a lesson. That taught me a lesson because I was like, no way. This is what you get when you don't have your own money as a woman. These men will disrespect you. These men will talk down on you. These men will reduce you to filth. Yes. When you don't have your own money as a woman. He was a talking stage. We were talking. We were cool. But the minute I said that, everything went down, went south. He started to talk down on me. He was being condescending. It's like, if you're broke, you can say that. If you're broke, you can say that. He was like entitled broke girls. I know he's a Dusty. Like, I know that's typical Dusty talk, but like, I would not have entertained it if I had my own money, if I was busy. The first sign of disrespect, I would have been off. But because I wasn't in a good mental space. I wasn't in a good mental space. I was unemployed. I felt less of myself. I didn't feel good about myself. At that moment, I really didn't feel like I deserved better. So I was putting up with it. I was listening to what he was saying. I eventually blocked him because I don't put up I don't put up with crap for long. But I eventually blocked him, and he taught me a lesson. He taught me a lesson. Women, get your money up. Get your money up. Do not depend on any man. Do not be dependent on any man. Do not be a stay-at-home mom. Even if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, you can start up content creation. You can become a content creator. You can You can start a business on the side. You can maybe you can do um my goodness, you guys, brain fog. It always happens whenever I'm making a video. It's so annoying. But yeah, you can start a business on the side. You know, you can take a a half shift. What do you guys call it? Oh god, what's it called? What's it called? Um, mm, oh my goodness, you guys. Can't remember. Can't remember you, but yeah, like you can maybe take a half shift, something like that. It doesn't have to be a full time job. Oh yeah, part time job. So it doesn't have to be a full time job. It can be a part time job. Okay, so you can do anything, but please make sure that you have some money so that whenever you've had enough and you want to leave, you can leave. You can confidently leave. You can boldly leave. You don't have to think about, oh, who do I depend on? What do I have to do? No, you can go. Okay, so yeah, that is my video for today. I think I'm gonna speak on this topic again so I can like explain it better. But yeah, because I feel like what I said on my YouTube is not it's a bit different from oh, this I've got this for you guys, so bear with me. Yeah. So what I said on my YouTube I think is different from what I'm saying right now. So yeah. So I'm gonna do a video on this again. Okay. So you guys, that's it for today's video. See you in my next one. Bye.